So we decided to do a round of gigs. We're going to announce them now, I think.
Yeah, we're going to do some shows. It's my delight to say good morning, Supergrass. All three of them, by the way. All three.
Apart from the fourth, yeah.
Well, this is it. Now, this is going to be... I was thinking about this. I was reading some stuff about you when I knew you were all going to come in. And I'm like, so, guys, your brother, is he in the band or not in the band?
He's in the band.
Has he always been in the band?
To do this morning. but yeah, he's the cool one. A man of few words, but when he does speak, boy, do you remember it.
Yeah. He's still my brother.
Oh, he is? Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's good to know.
He's not disowned you?
No. Going
right.
strong.
Danny, good to see you.
Hi.
And Mick, good to see you.
And you?
With his shades on. And it is so bright in here.
It is,
so
yeah. I don't blame you,
It's
Mick.
not a great look.
No.
The earliest I've been up for about 10 years, I think.
The what?
It's the earliest I've been up for about 10 years.
Well, that's the perk of being in a band, isn't it? You don't need to do 6:30 starts,
You
do
wear
you?
your shades on stage as well.
I do.
So do you sleep in them as well?
No, it's a congenital problem with my eyes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
You two never talk to each other, ever.
That's what happened with Roy Orbison, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He forgot his prescriptions one day and put his
bins
his sunnies on that were prescription, and then that's how the look was.
Oh, really?
I don't know if I believe it. I think it's rubbish.
It's very similar. Very similar with Mick.
Got the same voice as well. Yeah.
So, we were just saying off air, and I was saying this morning, I don't think I've ever interviewed Supergrass or Three, but Dominic reminded me of a story that I introduced you once on stage in Leeds. And I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah, Leeds Festival, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was working for another radio station.
But the other side of Reading.
Yeah, that's
you
it.
had Reading and Leeds.
Yeah.
And I got told I was going to introduce you on stage. And I was like, great. However, I got told very late in the day, and I'd been at a festival all day. So I was...
he was leathered.
Leathered.
He was absolutely
battered.
Yeah.
And I went on stage and got the crowd absolutely in the palm of my hand, and I introduced you. The only bit I remember... No, I introduced you as the greatest Jeffin rock and roll band in the world, Supergrass. And I was leathered.
Yeah. It wasn't Supergrass, it was more Supergrass. It was more that towards the end. Need a little subtitles.
It was such a slur. I don't think you even knew that anybody had introduced you, because you're probably waiting for...
I can't remember it.
Yeah.
You can't remember either, I guess. Right?
I remember introducing you on stage, and I remember being drunk, and I remember calling you the greatest beeping rock and roll band in the world, and then standing at the side.
And then what happened to us after that?
I know.
It's a kiss of death, wasn't it?
We were always drunk, really, I guess, around that time anyway. When was it?
2004, I think we've worked out it was. I think you did Reading and Leeds 3 times, I think. So I think it was the last time.
Anyway, yeah, good.
But it's good to see you all. It's great. So
anyway,
so here's the thing, though.
We were just passing. Thought we'd drop by and say hello.
Oh, well, thanks very much. Lovely to see you. All the best. Okay, let's move on. Now, so because I've never interviewed you before, some of this is going to be, it's going to be, I'm going to have to go back to the beginning, and I've got to ask some questions because I've never interviewed you before, so you're going to have to do all this that you've not done for a while. But the great fact, there are many great facts about the band Supergrass. Great songs, right? Huge success, lots of awards, loads of fans, all brilliant, everything great. And you signed to Parlophone, which was the same label as the Beatles. Now, when that happens, because I always talk to bands about trying to make it and everything, because when you form a band and you're in a band, you have the dream of getting, the record company deal, and then actually like in the studio, and then being a real band and everything. And the odds are 1,000,000 to 1, right? 1,000,000 to 1. It's never going to happen, but you believe because you're young and you're naive it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then, do you still remember when you got the phone call or when you got told, right, yeah, great, we'll sign you?
No.
No, not really. I remember being in the studio down at the Sawmills cutting some of those tracks from the album. I think
We hadn't been signed, though, then?
No, we hadn't been signed at that point. So that was what was played. That was what was kind of sent around, I guess.
We knew a mate of a mate who did production at this studio, so we got in there really cheap first without anything. But I remember there's a couple of gigs, late gigs in Oxford when we're playing tiny little pubs, and then suddenly half of it was all sort of Mr. Ben guys in suits, or the suits at the front watching, and then you suddenly think, wow, these aren't like little kids.
Yeah, it's different to a few weeks ago when it was just our mates at the gig, but yeah,
so we just have to say, go on, dance to them, and they wouldn't. But
I don't remember a feeling of like EMI have got, Parlophone have got in touch. It would have obviously blown our minds, but I think there was so much going on.
Yeah,
I think we were, like I said, we were just in the process of finishing those recordings, and I think I was still working. I was in a cafe working in Oxford when
you working in Harvester.
No, that was way earlier than that.
Were you in Harvester? I love a Harvester.
That was my early.
No, he'd been demoted from Harvester down to a calf.
Exactly, yeah. The big time. And but I remember playing that to my boss, the 5 tracks we had. And then sort of going, you never know, it might happen, something might happen. And then a few weeks later, it was a deal with him.
Well, you're quite sort of hardcore. You're kind of like sneering a bit at record companies. They're like almost... They're not in your little group.
No.
You're really hardcore in your group, and people doing photos with you and people and the record company's like this kind of evil that you at the time maybe
an evil necessity.
Yeah, and then you're just like, what is it? Raise it. What you want to sign us to you? Okay.
But we sort of had we had our own sort of I don't know, sort of organic infrastructure with your brother, Danny, your brother Nick, and Dom, who was sort of already shooting video stuff for us.
Yeah.
At that point, little sort of Super 8 things.
It would have been good, actually.
So we sort of took a team almost to...
Right.
They signed, like, us and the sort of the visual side that was already starting with the band. And then that turned out, because they shot the All Right video and Richard III and all that,
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Danny, you wanted to sign our contract on the A&R man's arse. We signed.
I think you have to do it on a piece of paper, though, don't you?
Yeah, but you wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
I think I did.
I think Keith did.
I think I did.
Keith did
I
bend.
think I got him to bend over, yeah.
He's got him to
He
bend
was
over.
really happy to do it. He was more than happy.
I tell you what, thank God it works, because the shame on that poor record company executive. He goes, okay, I will bend over and let you sign the contract on my arse, but good God,
It was really not meant in a
you better deliver some hits.
Yeah.
Can you remember what the 5 tracks were on that demo? Can you remember what
Yeah,
they
it was
were?
Man's Size, it was All Right. It was...
No, All Right wasn't on there.
Caught by the Fuzz.
Definitely.
Maybe
All Right
Lose
not on
It.
there?
Lose It or something like that.
I think Caught by the Fuzz, Man's Size, Sitting Up Straight, maybe Time. Can't remember.
We
They're
just
all
signed
like
that
songs
All Right.
about 300 miles an hour, really fast little punks.
Man-Sized Rooster and Caught by the Fuzz are still 2 of my absolute favourite tracks. I would say probably Man-Sized Rooster, Caught by the Fuzz, and Grace are my favourite, my 3 favourite Supergrass tracks. And All Right, obviously, is brilliant, but when you work as a DJ on the radio, I mean, I've heard that as many times as you played that. And then what was it? So you were working in a calf. That would have been your last job.
Yeah.
Danny, what was your last job before the band?
As I was working as a dinner lady in a rival comprehensive school.
That's nice.
Yes.
And did you
with a hairnet.
And a tabard?
Yeah.
Huh?
In a tabard?
What's a tabard?
It's like a little overall.
Like a little penny.
Yeah.
Like that. But the bonus was if I gave extra mashed potatoes to some girls.
Okay, let's not go down that road, because I don't know where it's going to end up. And Mick?
Me?
Yeah, you?
Yeah.
Are you still with us?
Yeah. No, I was at college, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got a HND in information technology.
You also worked at Harvester.
Yeah, I also worked at the Harvester.
Yeah.
I think the Harvester kept a lot of musicians going, by the sounds of things.
It was, it was good.
Free
weird
trip to the salad
bad
cart,
times.
isn't it, Harvester? It's amazing.
Yeah, I just wish I could have said the line, welcome to... Have you ever been to a Harvester before?
You were too shabby.
I was in the kitchen. Yeah.
What's this thing about your
Stuck
brother
out
when
the
he
back.
didn't? If he didn't like a little kid that was really annoying, he'd put the mozzarella with tomato ketchup in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was
Microwave.
He did it too long
chef
to
that we
burn
had.
the mouths of the kids if they were really annoying.
It's
terrible.
That's terrible.
Not a good look.
Well, this has been lovely. I'm glad you popped in.
It's chat.
So we can reminisce about old jobs.
The Harvester.
Anything else going on?
We thought we'd. It's quite a special year next year, isn't it? 30 years since the release of Aisha Coco.
It's not 30 years.
Yeah,
It's an album, really, just really sort of special to us, kind of. We thought, why not celebrate that anniversary before we're all too old to play those songs? Because they're really fast songs.
Mm-hmm.
And my voice is really high on all of them.
Yeah. So we decided to do a round of gigs. We're going to announce them now, I think.
Yeah, we're going to do some shows.
A couple of gigs at the Roundhouse in London, then up and down the country, Scotland,
Nottingham,
and then
here, look, Danny, there's a little list.
Do you know what I love? Is your heart's really in this, Danny.
No, it is. It really is. It really is. The only thing is, though, that we're quite unfit, and these songs are really, really fast and kind of exuberant, full of youthful exuberance.
Again, you're not selling it.
Well, no, I am. I'm gonna get off my sort of liquid diet and get in and watch some sort of Mr. Motivator 90s videos and get into it.
Nice.
Yeah.
We've got 9 months to get fit.
You were saying this time next year we're going to be ripped.
Absolutely, yeah.
Superhero ripped.
Yeah,
for sure. But no, it's been in the work. It was like last year. I think we just had a little chat. We were chatting about other things actually unrelated, and it just came up. When you realise that it's a big year, and then discussions started. We had little chats and. Should we do something? And I mean, I think we just generally want to do something when it's really worthwhile rather than just, staying out and about and trotting, the songs out and it just, I don't know, this feels special and because it means so much to us, that record. And
it's a great record.
We've never done a tour where we've just done an album as well.
So you're going to do it, play the album?
Yeah.
Right.
In order? Are you going to do it in order?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah. But there's a couple of songs we've never played live.
Right, okay.
My Lethargy, which is, I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, that's quite interesting to see how we're going to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember seeing, we went to see David Bowie at the Royal Festival.
Yeah,
he did
Whole
Side of Low. I guess bands do it sometimes, but that was really inspiring, and it was really sort of, it was really kind of a real good reason to go and see a gig,
Well, it's special because it's such an important album for Supergrass, and it was a great album, and it introduced us to you, and it was also hugely successful. What's the fact? What's the Beatles Parlophone fact about your album? It was.
I can't remember.
It's the biggest selling debut record on Parlophone since the Beatles.
Since the Beatles. The biggest selling debut album on Parlophone Records since the Beatles is brilliant.
That still is, though, is it?
Hey? Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, just say yes, it is. It still is.
And we'll take it.
Yeah. So, listen to this. So this is going to be in May next year. It's going to start Barrowlands in Glasgow, Rock City, Nottingham. These are all legendary venues as well. Then Sheffield, Newcastle, Birmingham, Manchester, Albert Hall, great venue, Cardiff, Leeds, the Roundhouse in London, and then playing in Cornwall at the end of it. This is going to be I Should Coco in full, which is great. And then obviously you've got a few other songs as well.
Yeah.
So the encore's going to be good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I mean, and the album's only 35 minutes long.
Yeah.
Right. That's only half a set.
So will you leave? You've got to
we
leave.
could create some long in between bits. I don't know.
No, we'll do a load of good tunes at the end. Yeah.
When you finish the last track of I Should Coco, you should absolutely go, thank you very much, good night, and then come back on for the encore, and then go, what else we got? That's right, yeah, we got loads.
2 hours encore at the end. That would be nice.
So tickets are going to go on sale this Friday morning, 9 a.m., 20th of September. Pre-sale is available from 10 a.m. on Wednesday. That's what it says here. And, of course, we're all looking forward to the price surging of the tickets.
No dynamic price.
Yeah, there's no dynamic. The only dynamics or bad dynamics will be in the songs anyway.
Okay, all right, good.
Yeah.
Supergrass.com is the website that you need to go to if you want to go. And absolutely, you should go and see that album performed live. I think that's very special. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see it.
That's great. Yeah, what was cool was that when we were together a few years back for the reunion,
2020.
In 2020, it was feelings that just the performances were really sort of strong. I don't know, it's weird. It doesn't really leave you, kind of that chemistry when we get on stage, something special. So I think that's one, that's really cool. I think we're all very confident that the album's just going to sound amazing. Well, Danny's, you've got some drumming to get through, but it's going to be wild. I think it's going to be.
But it's
cool.
it's that lovely mixture of the fact that when you're all on stage, this is what you do, and this is what you've done for years, and it's exciting when you go back to it. But also, as well, you're older now, and so it's exactly the same as it was, but it's also massively different to how it was. And I think there's always an element of, because you know what it's like, you've seen bands come and go like the tide. And so the fact that you can still go and do this is brilliant. Because a lot of bands can't.
And to tap into that energy, it's not like trying to remember that energy that you had sort of 25, 30 years ago, but you just know where it is. And I think that's what happens with the Stones, or when you see, even if you see Neil Young live still, it's like, I saw Neil Young at the O2, amazing gig.
How was he?
And the end of this one song they played, and it all just fell apart. And it just didn't work.
Right.
He was kind of really charming afterwards, saying, well, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
He's from Liverpool?
And it's like...
No, he's Kermit the Frog.
But I like that stuff, and that's all about chemistry, and it's like you can't overthink it, and that's so we're feeling really good about it.
It's going to be a hell of a year next year.
Yeah, it will be.
Isn't it?
I mean, you
There's a lot
can
going
tell
on
Mick's
next year.
excited. He's speechless.
Talk about now, yeah.
Yeah. Have you got
We're
the
gonna go
Oasis
for 12
tickets?
nights.
Did you manage to get any?
Trying for 12 nights at Wembley Stadium, but yeah, I don't think we couldn't quite manage it.
Do you know, I bet you could. I bet you could.
Try
If
it.
there are ways you can do it, I'm sure you can. Are you excited about them getting back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you got any tickets?
No, I don't need tickets, mate.
You just rock up.
It's rock.
Yeah.
Did Oasis, did Liam or Noel ever slag Supergrass off? Because they literally have slagged off every band in the world.
I don't think they ever have. I don't think we've slagged them off. They haven't slagged us off.
No, and that's the way it should remain.
Absolutely.
I've got some photos. I used to hang out with Liam a bit. And,
Really?
Years ago. And Noel's a lovely guy. So
But they never slagged off Supergrass.
I don't think so.
That's rare. That is rare. Because it's literally
He's
the
had a pop
Beatles.
over, didn't he? Yeah.
Supergrass, they're the only bands they've never slagged off. Because you know they just slagged off everybody.
I'm sure we could find something. Yeah. I mean, I'm not asking. I don't think people should look for it.
No.
It's probably out
Liam's
there.
just sent me a text. He said that.
Oh, here we go.
That's what he said. That's joking. All right.
Supergrass, Smoopergrass.
So if you want to go see Supergrass, this is going to be the 30th anniversary tour of I Should Coco, which is their massive debut album, which sold over 1 million copies. Look at that, in your face, Beatles. Friday morning at 9 o'clock, tickets go on sale. There is a pre-sale on Wednesday, so go to supergrass.com and you need to find out all the details. You've got to get your tickets. You've got to go see Supergrass live because, you know, I mean, just look at the excitement in what he can't see Mick's eyes because he's wearing shades. Danny will have his hair done by then. What's he going to do with the hair? What will it be?
It looks fine, Danny. I think it's absolutely
Well,
fine.
I was going to... Oh, my God, it's so boring.
Go on.
No, it's not.
I can't believe I'm talking about my hair.
that's right.
Ponytail, maybe? I was going to grow it long, but you know when you get into the middle and it's a bit like,
Yeah.
I need to get this cut off.
But it's
like
worth
growing a
it.
beard or something.
No, but you've already started it now. Keep it going. So September now, and then May next
Oh,
year.
yeah.
So,
Imagine.
So you'll go
You have to
through.
tuck it in my
Your
shoes.
haircut will be ripped by this time next year.
Yeah, my haircut was really, really worked out.
You'll be past the Robinson Crusoe phase by the time you get to the live shows, and then you'll be in cool phase.
Excellent.
Yeah. You watch it. You'll have really short
I
hair.
might go really. I might shave everything.
I live in a little
Like,
village.
and I mean
It's quite
everything.
hard.
No, carry on. Sorry.
What, completely low.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
We're all going to be sharp as a knife, that's for sure, aren't we? Yeah.
Yes.
They're going to be sharp as a knife, and Gaz is going to be completely shaved. It's going to be a hell of a tour.
Olympic swimmer.
Go to supergrass.com and get your tickets. Really nice to see you.
Yeah,
Thank you
you
for
too.
coming
Thanks for
in.
having us, man.
Thanks for almost joining us today, Mick. It was a pleasure to almost have you on the show.
What can I say?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Make sure he gets pushed to the side of the stage for these live shows. Ladies and gentlemen, they're back. It's Supergrass.
Radio X.